Hey y'all, welcome to Life with Hia. Hope y'all are having an awesome day. I am here washing dishes over here. I mean, fun. But, I was like, let me share some of my favorite things. I have a mic now. If you are a parent and a content creator, you know that there are background noises sometimes. The kids are making noises, or the dog, he runs around boofing sometimes. I call it boofing when he's not fully woofing. He will see something outside that he thinks is a threat, and he'll give a couple of little warning barks, and they sound like boof, boof. And he'll look at me, and I look at him, and I'm shaking my head like, Hendrix, no. He'll just sulk off. He's not a huge barker, but sometimes when I'm trying to create content, he wants to go boof about something passing by out the window. Being a dog. But anyway, so I'm here washing dishes, and I'm like, you know what? Let me make a video. Let me share with my little audience a few of my favorite things. When they say these are a few of my favorite things. So this is the Evolved Concentrated Bleach Tablets. I love these things. Evolve is not sponsoring this video, nor is Walmart. I don't know where else you can get them, but I buy mine at Walmart. They're under $4, and you get like 32 tablets. Let me show you these tablets because I'm in love with them. I pop them in my toilet. I pop them in my sink sometimes to like sanitize my sink. I use this to sanitize my dog's bowls. They are just awesome. I even pop them in my laundry, like one load, 2 or 3 tablets. Maybe I overdo it, but 2 or 3 tablets in your laundry, and your whites come out white. It does say whiter laundry and cleaner hard surfaces, and I swear by them. My new favorite thing. Like, I could be late on this now, but Mrs. Meyer Clean Day. The lemon verbena is just the best scent. It's so clean. It smells good. It's good for your home. Compared to some of these other cleaners. I'm not gonna say the ones that are bad for you, but this one is awesome. If you have kids, pets, allergies, like this does not mess with my allergies. It's just great. It's the best scent. It is a little pricey, which I've seen it on the store shelf, and I didn't get it because it was a little price more than I wanted to spend. But it is worth every dime. I love it. I actually buy the. I think this one goes for about $4.99 here in Florida, but the concentrated bottle you can get, it's about $9 to $10, and you can make, I would say, about a good five, if not more, containers of this with the concentrate. The concentrate is the way to go. I just want to share my favorite things. Those are two of them. And yes. Um, but I'm here washing dishes this morning because I didn't wash them last night. I used to be that parent, that stay at home mom that washed dishes every night after dinner. Most of that came from the fact that I had an in home daycare and I was a foster parent. So at any given moment during the day, the afternoon, a parent could pop in, a caseworker could pop over, an inspector for the in home daycare could pop in. So my house was always immaculate. It was always kept clean because I didn't want to be embarrassed. But now that we're not fostering children anymore, I don't have my in-home daycare. Now it's just me and my family. I can relax and take it down a notch. Some people would say I would never go to bed with dishes in the sink. That used to be me, but not anymore. I wash them when I get to them. I have a dishwasher, but I still sometimes prefer to just wash my dishes. I don't know if it's just a habit or what. I didn't have a dishwasher growing up, like most of us. I didn't even know until recently that dishwashers came out maybe at some point in the 1970s, I believe. I was watching a movie from the 70s, and they had a dishwasher, and I'm thinking like, what? I thought dishwashers came out in the 90s or 80s along with microwaves, but no, like they have been around a long time. We just didn't have the privilege of having one. So I have my in-home daycare, and my husband, and he paid attention a lot more than I thought. I was washing dishes, breakfast, lunch, snacks. I had 5 kids plus my then 2-year old who's now 16. So I was washing, constantly washing dishes and stuff for like all of those kids all day long. So my husband saw that, he bought me a dishwasher, my very first dishwasher, and I was so elated. But one particular week, I forgot to buy some dishwashing tablets. And I was thinking, oh, no problem. I can just go and pour a little dish soap in my dishwasher. Now I knew not to do that with the washing machine because I had learned in my teens or very early 20s. Let me tell you, you already know what happened. So I'm with the kids in the other room. At the time, I had this long galley kitchen and narrow, long. And so, of course, I'm in there with the kids. Water and suds are starting to come out of the dishwasher, particularly the suds. They're coming through the baby gate. I had a baby gate on both ends, and on one end, where the kitchen was, bubbles and suds were just coming out of the gate. The kids had ran over there. They spotted it before me, of course, and they were over there playing in the suds and bubbles. I'm trying to shoo them away, grabbing towels and a mop, trying to just clean it all up. It was just a mess, okay? I wish I had cell phone footage of this, but I didn't have a smartphone. This was probably 2012. I think they were just coming out. I just didn't have one, but just the funnest times, just things you just don't even think about and life lessons that happen and then you learn. It's just one of those things. I would have never thought to ask anybody, can I use, dish soap in my dishwasher, just funny things of, coming into your own and realizing the do's and don'ts of life. I have to make sure I tell my boys not to do these things so, they can learn through me and not on their own with something like that. Some things you do have to learn on your own, but that one is not it, in my opinion. But I just wanted to share my favorite things. I wanted to share that little story, and I hope you are having the most amazing day. Remember to give yourself some grace because nobody else is going to do it really. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, and we will talk later. Until next time, bye.